Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a young and selfish prince. He had everything he could ever want: wealth, beauty, and power, but he had no kindness in his heart. One cold night, an old beggar woman came to his castle asking for shelter from the storm. In return, she offered him a single rose. Disgusted by her appearance, the prince turned her away. But she was no ordinary woman. She was an enchantress. To punish his cruelty, she cast a powerful spell on the castle. The prince was transformed into a beast, and all the servants into enchanted objects. The rose she had given him was magical. It would bloom until his 21st birthday. If the beast could learn to love and be loved in return before the last petal fell, the spell would be broken. If not, he would remain a beast forever. Years passed. In a small village nearby, a young woman named Belle lived with her father, Maurice, an eccentric inventor. Belle was unlike the other villagers. While the other women dreamed of marrying strong men, Belle spent her days reading books about adventures, far-off places, and love that was true and deep. She felt misunderstood by those around her, especially by Gaston, the village's strongest and most arrogant man. Gaston was determined to marry Belle, but she refused him again and again. One day, Maurice got lost on his way to a fair and stumbled upon the beast's enchanted castle. He entered to rest, but was soon discovered and locked in the dungeon. When his horse returned home alone, Belle knew something was wrong. She followed the path through the dark forest and found the castle. There, she begged the beast to let her father go. In an act of courage and love, Belle offered to take her father's place. The beast agreed and set Maurice free. At first, Belle was frightened by the beast's appearance and anger. But as time passed, she discovered something different in him. He was clumsy but gentle, harsh but learning to care. The enchanted servants, Lumiere the candelabra, Cogsworth the clock, Mrs. Potts the teapot, and little Chip the teacup, welcomed her with warmth and kindness. Slowly, Belle and the beast began to spend time together. They read books, walked in the snow, and shared quiet dinners. The beast even gave Belle his entire library as a gift. A true friendship began to grow, and with it, something more. Back in the village, Gaston grew jealous and furious. He couldn't accept that Belle had rejected him. When Maurice returned, talking about a terrible beast in a castle, Gaston made a cruel plan. He would use the people's fear to force Belle to marry him. Meanwhile, at the castle, Belle saw her father sick and suffering through the beast's enchanted mirror. Although it broke his heart, the beast let her go to help him, a true act of love. Belle rushed home and cared for her father, but soon Gaston arrived with a mob. He had convinced the villagers that the beast was dangerous and must be destroyed. When Belle refused him again and showed them the truth in the mirror, Gaston locked her and her father in their home and led the angry crowd to the castle. With the help of Chip and Morris's inventions, Belle escaped. She rode quickly toward the castle, hoping to stop the attack. Inside, the servants defended their home, using everything they had to fight the intruders. Meanwhile, Gaston found the beast in the tower. At first, the beast didn't fight back. He had lost all hope without Belle. But when he saw her arrive, his strength returned. He fought Gaston and defeated him, but chose to spare his life. As Belle ran to the beast's side, Gaston struck him from behind, and then lost his balance and fell from the tower. The beast collapsed into Belle's arms. She cried and whispered, "Please don't leave me. I love you." At that moment, the final petal fell from the enchanted rose. It seemed too late, but love is the most powerful magic of all. As Belle wept, golden light surrounded the beast. His body rose into the air and transformed. Claws turned to hands, fur to skin, and his eyes became gentle and blue. The spell was broken. The servants returned to their human forms. The castle was restored, bright and full of life once more. Belle and the prince stood together in the ballroom, dancing under the soft light of a new beginning. The people of the village came to celebrate, no longer afraid. Belle had seen the beauty within the beast, and through her love he had become a better man. And so, the tale of Beauty and the Beast reminds us that true beauty is not found in appearances, but in the kindness, love, and courage we carry in our hearts.